All right, we're back here once again with the USC men's volleyball coach, Bill Ferguson. You guys sweep CSUN. Now you move on to the semifinals of the conference tournament. Talk about Saturday. What did you like? What didn't you like? What does your team need to improve on?
Well, I liked that we improved in how we played against the same opponent 1 week later. I thought Northridge played us pretty tough, even though it was a 3-set win at their place 2 weeks ago. They did some things and served us tough, blocked us tough, played good defense, and I think they did a fairly good job offensively. And I thought we did a really nice job of making adjustments from 1 week to the next and making sure that some of those things that hurt us a little bit from their offense, I think we slowed down a little bit more. I thought we on the whole, I don't know if our blocking numbers were much better, but I thought we were way more effective as blockers of the net. I thought we did much better job in the back row on defense. I think the balls that we didn't block or slow down, I think we had a couple extra digs that we didn't have from the previous week. So the whole defensive side of things, we were much better. And then offensively, we were way more, as a whole team, we were way more efficient, and I think we did a good job of adjusting to some of their serving, how they wanted to attack us in certain rotations, and I thought we did a really nice job adjusting to that as well.
Talk about the fact that with all the adjustments your team has made, maybe the second or third time they've seen teams. Of course, that's going to happen again this weekend with the teams that are left with Irvine, Stanford, and BYU. How important is it for this team to be able to make those adjustments from week to week? It seems like in game to game that they've been able to adjust and improve upon things that they maybe haven't done in previous matches.
Yeah, this team is real good with making adjustments on the fly. I think we do a better job this year of preparing our guys to adjust on the fly. Really the game's kind of an organic thing, and it just sometimes things change. You need to roll with it, and I think our guys have done a fantastic job so far of adjusting to those changes. I know last time we played Irvine, I think he subbed three. I think he subbed a middle and an outside hitter, or in both outside hitters at one point. So we were looking at guys that we hadn't seen on tape, and I thought we did a good job of adjusting to their tendencies, which were different from the guys that had started the match. So I think that was great to know, because I think I'm sure we'll see some of that on Thursday night as well. So.
Talk about that April 7th match. You guys get the win. You lost the first match against them. Is there anything really you can take from that? Because you guys, like I said, you see all these teams multiple times a year. Is there that much you can take, whether it's a win or a loss, that you can take through to Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice that it was fairly recently. They're going to continue to make changes. We're going to continue to make changes. I think you throw out the match we played in, I think, January. That was so long ago. We were both such different teams at that time. We just have to take it for what it is, and thankfully that's what our guys do. And we'll look at some of the matches they played since they played us, and go through the numbers and the tendencies and see what we're going to look at and try to stop, slow down, let go, all those kinds of things. But we're getting into that decision-making process today and tonight.
I have to ask, with Thursday, obviously that's your focus in that game, but with Stanford and BYU potentially on the horizon if you get to Saturday, how do you prepare for two opponents when you only have a day in between?
Well, we've got ideas of the style of volleyball those other two teams play. BYU we played, so long ago. That was in our infancy. But we got a good idea of what they do, and we will have charted some matches as a staff. And we will have ideas of general game plan stuff that we're going to see, and then we'll watch them play on Thursday night. And they're going to play the first match at 5, and then if we're fortunate enough to get by our match at 7:30, then we'll have another. We'll have that whole match charted and scouted, and then we'll be able to put together the game plan. There probably won't be a lot of sleep on Thursday night, but at least the guys will get to sleep.
What's the mood right now in the locker room? Obviously, this is the point of the year you all look forward to, postseason play, chance to go to the Final Four. It's in your own house. What's the mood right now with the team?
It's pretty focused. There wasn't. We were thrilled to win our match on Saturday and move on. But I think as of Saturday night, I think our guys realized that we were going to have a big match coming up, and we'd found out before we'd had our post-match meeting that Irvine had won the match, so we knew we were going to play them. And so our guys were already, as per usual, focusing on the task at hand and kind of already had it in their head that, okay, we got to play Irvine, and they started getting it on that page.
Finally, Tony was named last week Conference Player of the Year, and obviously, hopefully, he gets named Player of the Year for the entire country. You've talked about it with me before, but I guess summing it up, what do these awards mean? Do they give him any sort of validation, or does he know how good he really is and what he means to this program?
I think he does, and he does it I think in a good way and in a humble way, and he's a guy that comes in and works his tail off, and what he receives award wise, he absolutely deserves. He absolutely deserves to be the Player of the Year. And nobody's really done what he's done this year. There have been guys that have been the focal point and carry their teams, but Tony's doing that, and he's setting records. And he's not only that; he's close to setting records from before the rally scoring era came. If you look at our service ace record, he's closing in on that, and that's we're playing a lot less volleyball than those guys did. So what he's doing is pretty special. So. I think he gets it. He takes his leadership role very seriously with this team. He's done a fantastic job with it, and I think he understands that that he's kind of the straw that stirs the drink for us for sure.